Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reporting live to you and yours. Yes, people, it's another big day in the transfer news. If you already know, now you know. Isak has put in a bid to leave Newcastle, When the rubber meets the road, the preseason is rolling up and teams are at it, They're going neck for neck. They're going pound for pound, you know and Newcastle, they just came in and they had Isak's head rolling. We thought Isak would not leave, but Isak sounds like he's leaving, man. Can you imagine Isak joining Liverpool? Can you really imagine Isak joining Liverpool, man? I'm already having nightmares at the moment. My blood pressure is high. We might as well just give them the Premier League right now. Let's just give them the Premier League right now before the season even started. Let's just give them the Premier League and get it all over with. But today, Isak was the news of the day because Isak now, even though Ed Howe talked about he has a thigh injury, he cannot join the team. But it turns out Isak, he wants out. He really wants out. Today he put in a formal request. This is just asking nicely, like, guys, can you let me go? Because if a big team comes knocking, if a big team comes knocking, I know Newcastle is a big team, but not anymore. If a big team comes knocking, it will have your head rolling. And it turns out at the how try to players talking about you don't want to leave, he's just injured. But his agent also was saying something different. If you remember, the agent came in saying that Isak wants to leave. And today it break out news, even Fabio Romano and David Ornstein saying the same thing, that Isak wants out. He wants to explore other moves in the summer transfer window. This is the Liverpool effect. This is the Liverpool effect, guys. This is scary hours for us, guys. If you're not a Liverpool fan, this is basically scary hours for us. I don't want to lie. All roads are leading to Liverpool. Liverpool just humbled Newcastle. They just sunned Newcastle. They took Ekitike, then now they're taking their main striker as well. And the main striker is even interested in joining. This myth about if a team is in the that the team if a team is in the Champions League, we cannot bid. Arsenal didn't bid. I don't know why Arsenal didn't bid for him. Now Liverpool bidded, and they have the bag winning. They have the bag ready for him. They have bidded, and they are willing to pay 150. Will the deal go through? I don't think so. I don't think Sheikh will let him go. Maybe he will stay for one more year. I don't think the Sheikhs will let him go just easily. That you can go. I don't think they'll let Issa go. They'll try by all means to hold on to him, but it will depend because now also rumor is coming out that Newcastle are already monitoring what Sesko is doing. So if Newcastle is monitoring what Sesko is doing, it means in the back of their minds they know that Isak could leave. If Isak is leaving, then they'll go for Sesko. I feel that will be the plan B. They were bidding for Sesko. They were looking for Wisa also from Brentford. If you remember Wisa, he scored like 19 goals last season. So Wisa will be a strong addition to the team. But I don't know what's happening with Newcastle. They've lost all the pool. They've lost all the pool. I don't know what Ed Howe is up to. This whole season they've been able to sign a Langa. And Isak just had everyone, every player, every fan you want to talk about is worried if Liverpool join. Because just think, if Liverpool, Salah is guaranteed 25 goals. Um, Isak is guaranteed 25 goals. They are winning the league, man. They are definitely winning the league. That is why I said it's better off. Let's just give them the Premier League title right now and get it over with. If Isak is coming, let's just get it over with. Then move on with our lives, and then let's see the next season. I'm just hoping and praying, but Newcastle will try and do some dirty play and tell this guy you're not leaving. You leave the next season because I, I cannot see Liverpool losing if they have Isak and then they have Salah. They already bid it now. If they bid for Salah, it will be like 400 million. Where are these guys getting this money from? Last time I checked, Liverpool fans, they don't even have any Arab money. They don't have any Arab money. They don't have any oil money. They don't have any money from the desert that's coming out from the desert. They are ready to spend 400 million, something we haven't seen. Their president is really, really cooking. But it's a good move for Liverpool. If you were in a position where you are right now, the position they are right now, they want to solidify. The board is showing good. The board is showing a good ambition. They're not just settling down like what they did in the previous years, where they won the title, but they didn't build up with the team. They won the title. They still kept the same players. They didn't. They didn't make more additions. But now you see, they're adding more players to what happened before. But they're just adding more players right now, which means that Liverpool are just going to be unstoppable next season. It remains to be seen, however, if the team is going to gel together. It will take time because most of these players, they're coming from Bundesliga. Only Isak is the Premier League player, and we all know Premier League. You might have your big boys, you might have your big guns, but the small teams. They'll tell you you're not going to bully us today. But this is just about it. Let's see how the Isak news goes. Let's see how Isak news. But in all honesty, I hope he does not join. Say what you want to say, but I rep this badge. Here, Jacob, how are you, sir? But that's just about it. Isak moving has had my head spinning. I have blood pressure, I have BP. I'm just stressed, because I know we have Gyökeres coming, and Gyökeres, he scores goals for fun. He has banged like 6 goals, and he has banged like 100 goals in the last 2 years. No one in the Europe has scored more goals than him. But Isak and Salah, that's a different breed. That's a whole type of different breed. That is a different breed. I just hope the move does not go through. But if they sell Luis Diaz, then they'll definitely go for Isak. That is what happening. But I don't think Newcastle will play hardball. I don't think Newcastle will release him because he still has like 3 years on his contract. They'll play hardball. I have a feeling they'll play hardball. But let's see how it goes. But if Newcastle really lose Isak, that is the finish of their team is basically done. They're back to rebuilding because if you're bringing in Sesko, I don't think Sesko does the job. It's just the youth. If they bring in Wissa, maybe they have a chance. But Liverpool, they're looking like they're doing the damn thing. And I'm worried, guys. Yes, Liverpool. Yes, you're the Liverpool. I'm worried, man. You guys really had us worried. We just praying this deal doesn't go through, man. I really hope this deal. I'm being a hater. I'm shameless about it. I'm sorry, but I'm stressed. We we were hoping since we have Gyökeres, everyone will be worried. But what is happening with the Liverpool right now? It's a big worry. It's a big worry. But the season is not yet finished, people. Let's see how it goes. The transfer window is still wide open, but it seems like Liverpool are running with it. The same thing they did with the title. It's the same thing they're doing with the transfer window now. They're in the leading race. And Mo Salah is somewhere else chilling, just looking at all the signings, thinking, whoa, you know. And the good thing, they're signing young players as well. Most of the players they've signed, they're all 22, 23-year-old players, which is a good move. It's a very, very good move because basically they're investing in the future. The only fee I felt that it was a bit hefty, I felt for Ekitike, I felt like 93 million was too much. I don't know what you think, Jota, but I think 93 million was too much for Ekitike. Someone who's not even Premier League proven. But let's see, because people telling me he is the young Isak. So hopefully it boils down. But Liverpool, Liverpool just giving me some. They don't want us to rest. They don't want to see Arsenal fans happy. They like to see us in this position. Anyway, in other news, we move on to Manchester United. If you know Manchester United as well, they're in discussion to looking for a striker, but nothing as yet officially has been agreed on who they want to move on to. But discussions were coming out that they were choosing between Watkins, Jackson, and Sesko. And I got us a free advice for Manchester United. Get you Jackson, get you some Nicholas Jackson. I think Nicholas Jackson will fit in perfect for Manchester United. But the news coming out is that I think they've made a bid for Watkins. I don't know how far true. I just saw on Twitter that they made a bid for Watkins. And Sesko also, there was an inquiry for Sesko. Ben Jacobs even highlighted that Manchester United were more focused on him because right now RSB Lesbeck have agreed to reduce his fee to around 70, 80 million. This is just a gentleman agreement. The same thing that Gyökeres had. He had a gentleman's agreement until it all flew up, and the management was like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. They want the 100 million. So you can never trust these owners at the end of the day. I hope Sesko has learned from what happened to Gyökeres, trying to trust these owners, thinking they will lower the fees. I don't think they will lower the fees. But Manchester United, they have made some good additions with Mbemo and Cunha. I saw them in the training ground today. And 17 August is going to be it's going to be a nice game to see. 17 August is going to be a very, very nice game to see Manchester United versus Arsenal. The Glock 9, the Gyökeres, Glocker who? Glocker what? The Glock is going to be there, full and loaded. So let's see, people, how the game goes. But Manchester United, I think next season they might just, if they add, I think they need to add a striker. And the defense, I think the defense is okay. The midfield, I think, is fine. But they can put one addition in the mid. But the main thing, I think, is the attacking. Because Hoyland is always breaking up like a dancer. It's like he's in the club. It's like a girl in the club who's always breaking up. So Hoyland doesn't dance. He doesn't do the job. I'm sorry. Hoyland need to get stepping. So if they get a striker, I think their defense is okay. They have a very, very nice defense unit in the last season. So if Manchester United gets a striker, I think they can get a Europa or some Conference League. Some Conference League will do this Manchester United team very good. Yo, Ishma, Real Madrid, hala Madrid. Madrid, Real Madrid. The only thing with Real Madrid is that how they lost the game to PSG. I don't understand how Madrid lost that game to PSG. I don't really understand. Yeah, man, RP to Jota. Anyway, people, make sure you smash a like and subscribe to your boy, smash them likes up, smash them likes up. We will move on, people, to Chelsea, our neighboring team, the so-called biggest team in London by, I don't know who, the biggest team, they call it Chelsea, are also making major moves. They're also making a major move. Chelsea just signed, they're in discussion to sign the defender from Ajax. His name is, what's the name? Hato. So Hato, they want to pay around 40 million. Just that is the same fee we paid for Uran Timber. So they're just going to be benching it around that one. So it seems like Chelsea are doing some serious business. They have so much money, right? They got so much money from the club Europe, and then they are moving on to get Xavi Simons as well. But Xavi Simons, I think personal terms have been agreed with Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons is a bowler. He's a very good attacking guy. If you remember, in PSG, he played very well. In Bundesliga, I didn't watch him so much, but Xavi Simons will make a good addition to the team. Arsenal and Bayern Munich are reported to be monitoring the situation. But as for Arsenal, nothing concrete has come. But if Chelsea is bidding for something, I don't think anyone can win the bidding war. I don't think anyone can win the bidding war if Chelsea are going after anyone. So Chelsea seems like they want Xavi Simons. They have personal terms agreed. I think they'll start the club-to-club negotiations soon. But I don't think Arsenal will go for him. I think it will be just Chelsea all the way. If Chelsea can get Xavi Alonso, then that means for us we'll be comfortable. We can go for Abraj as with no competition and no hindrance. But you never know. This is the Premier League. Another team can come in with a release clause and do the thing. But Chelsea have made some solid signings as well. For now, I think this season they've done much better. They have bought proven players, not like what they did last season, going to the kindergarten, doing shopping in the kindergarten, in the kids section, in the kids section, the KG. Now, this season they've done so much better, bringing in people like Joe Pedro, someone who's Premier League proven. That's a good move. They've stepped up. They've seen that the move they did last season was not a good one. So for Chelsea, I think bravo. And of course, their club World Cups, they've won every title. The list goes on and on. And they're the so-called biggest club in London, so-called. I don't agree with that one, but let's just agree to disagree when it comes to Chelsea, because the Chelsea fans will come for me. talking about we haven't won Champions League and blah blah blah. But we all know we've been here before you guys came. But Chelsea, they're leading. I think Chelsea they will be in the title race as well. How will Maraska win 38 games? I think the main thing is he struggled with the away games in the last season. He went like 10 games without winning, so it will be a crucial one for Chelsea. You Chelsea fans, let me know what you think. But I think you still need the defender as well. I think Chelsea will do with the defender, proven defender with much more experience. I think that is why they are going for Hato, because Hato is very very good, and he will make some strong. He will really make some strong additions, to the team. And then we move on to Arsenal. Arsenal just signed Christian Mosquera. If you've seen the picture, there's a picture that leaked of Christian Mosquera before doing his interview, and then there's so many pictures that have leaked for this guy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He, no one could, we could not wait to see him. But Mosquera has initially fully signed the contract and joined today. And welcome Mosquera to the Invincibles Club, the biggest club in London. So Mosquera, welcome to the club. I hope Mosquera is just a 20-year-old from Valencia. I could not say much about him because Valencia, I didn't watch much about Valencia, but we have a good signing. He's only 21 years old. He can only do better. He can only learn better. If he's going to learn from people like Saliba and Gabriel, that will be a very, very good move for him. So we welcome Christian Mosquera to the club, the biggest club, the Invincibles Club, people. So we have another addition coming. What is worrying me is there's no news on Ebriache Eze. Nothing formal talks have begun. It leaves more question marks than answers for me. Like, why haven't we started advancing on him? The Gyökeres deal is done already. Why haven't we started approaching the team, trying to discuss how much they are charging on how much they need? That is my worry with Arsenal. That why haven't we approached Crystal Palace with the release clause? I think they say the release clause is around 68 million. Why haven't we approached the team? What's taking so long? What's taking so long? You bring out that war chest you told us you told us you have a war chest, right? Bring it out. And now we have goosebumps because you told us, hey guys, have some goosebumps. Guys. Yes, we have goosebumps now. We need him, At the other wing, I think they were looking at is Anthony Gordon. I think Anthony Gordon, the thing with these players is we need to ruffle some feathers. We cannot just look from afar and decide, Isak cannot be signed. It's just a myth. Now Liverpool bid for Isak, and we saw what happened. They bid for Isak. Isak is head spinning. He woke up and told these people, now I want out. So we have to bid. This myth about Champions League, this, that, it don't work, It don't even work. I don't know when people will learn, but it don't work. We need to bid for them. Yeah, some things in life you need to try, right? You never know until you try. This is what they say. You will never know until you try. So that's just about it. If they want to try Anton Gordon, try and make a bid. Try and make a bid on them, because now if Isak is going, the whole team will be in disarray. The whole team will be in disarray. It will send shockwaves because Isak is their main guy. So try and make a bid. If it's rejected, then we move on. We are still being linked with Rodrigo as well, because the Rodrigo issue is still going on. Last time they were saying Rodrigo will hold some meeting with Xavi Alonso to discuss his role, since he was dropped in the previous 5 games from the Club Europe, the Club World Cup. So Rodrigo is still being linked to us. I think Bayern are in the race as well. Tottenham in the race as well. Liverpool are also reported to be in the race. Everyone is in the race. But for us now, I don't think the money we can afford, because they're talking about 90 to 80 million. I don't think Arsenal can afford 80 million signing on Rodrigo. I don't think Arsenal still have that in their chamber. With the way we spend it, I don't think so. Unless we have a lot of outgoings going that will bring in some revenue. But I don't think Arsenal will have that money to spend. We need Eze. Just pull up the check. 68 million. Sign it with your closed eyes, and then go to Crystal Palace. You tell this chairman, we have 68 million for you. Can you give us Eze? Then we have a strong team, because what Liverpool is building up there, it's a bigger cannon. Everyone knows it's a big cannon. And the main thing for us is Odegaard does not have any competition. Yes, of course, we saw what Ethan Waneri did yesterday. Ethan Waneri was the star of the show in the first half. The way he spun that guy and that byline, he came in, he spun, and then that other shot he picked him. He's looking like he's ready to roll. He's really, really looking like he's ready to roll. Ethan Waneri, he's about that. He's about that life. He's moving like a big stepper. Even the muscles have picked up. He's talking about this is my year now. So Ethan Waneri in the middle, that's going to be a good one. But the game yesterday just showed us a few glimpses. I think on Sunday we'll have more when we play Newcastle, because Newcastle are going to be bullish. They're going to be physical on us. But I don't know, with the news coming out about Isak leaving, it might have the team's morale low. They might just lose that game because Isak is their lead, is like their main guy. Without Isak, everything's down in the dirt for them. So without Isak, I don't think we will lose the game to them. We will just beat them nicely. But I want to see a different approach to the game. I don't want to see us relying on Saka, Odegaard. Put in the ball to Saka, put in the ball in the middle, put in the ball to Martinelli. I haven't given up on my guy Martinelli, guys. You can say what you want. I know he had a stinker in the first game, but it's just the first game. I still believe there's something locked in the chamber. I think Arteta need to do something. We can't have this attackers running back all the time. We can't have them all running all the time, going back to defend and then running back to attack. And just train him to raise his head when he's running. Just train him to raise his head when he's running. Tell him, Martinelli, when you're running, you need to raise your head and you need to watch where you're going. This is the small basics Martinelli has failed to keep up. This is the moment he learns this thing, he'll be out of this world. Because if Madueke comes in and then he takes his place, which looks like this is the thing that just could happen, that Madueke is going to come in and then he's going to take his place, because Madueke is a 50 million signing. I don't think Madueke is just going to come in and then he'll be like, 50 million is going to sit on the bench. I don't think Arteta is going to do that. Unless we signed him for 10 or 15 million, then we could say that. As well, Nelson, rumor is also coming out that Fulham won Nelson, but if you saw Nelson when he played, he was lively, and when he came, he was cutting in, he was putting hella shots in. He was a different beast. I don't know, maybe he's just playing to fight for the jersey, not to be sold, but he was lively. I like the way he played. Different guy, very, very clinical. I like the shots. He showed me a different thing. I don't know, maybe it's the injury. He's rejuvenated for the season, but he played well, man, Nelson, man. And he's my homie. We from the same country, so I might have a little bit of a favor on him. Just keep Nelson. Just keep Nelson, man. Just keep him, man. Just give him some time. This is just about it, people. Gyökeres is flying in for the medical tomorrow. He's flying in for the medical tomorrow, Victor Gyökeres. Just so you know, people. Yes, it was all fun and games when I was talking about Isak, trying to praise Isak, but we have people, the gunmen, we have a hitman, we have the cartel hitman, we have John Wick, we have the sniper, we have everything we need at Arsenal, and the supply is everywhere. Odegaard will supply. Saka will supply him the ball. He will flourish. He will flourish. My neck is on the line. It's like the 100th time I'm telling people now. A lot of people are talking about it's a wrong move, it's a wrong signing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't think so. I think Gyökeres is just what we need. Gyökeres is just what we need. Tomorrow, I think he'll get his medical, and then once his medical is done, he will fly out to the team, and hopefully he can play the Tottenham game. Tottenham are still in the bidding war as well for. It's all free Morgan Gibbs now, because Nottingham Forest are playing the hard ball. They don't want to release him, even though the player had already agreed. They're saying there's a breach of contract. How did you guys know that he has a release clause? And they're trying to play the hard ball. This Feta owner is a different beast. He even banned Gary O'Neill. This is the level of shameless he is. Remember, he banned Gary O'Neill from from the stadium after Gary O'Neill took some. So this guy is a different beast, you know. I don't think he will stand back, but let's see. But the player, I don't think he even joined the preseason. He's not even joining the preseason. He's talking about, I'm done with you, Lord. I want to move on. And you know, Tottenham are in the Champions League. And Tottenham this season, they have a lot of money also ahead. They have like 300 million to spend. Good thing for them, you know, they have 300 million to spend. So even if they don't get Gibbs, I'm sure they'll spend that money somewhere else. But what they need, I think, for Tottenham, they need to get some more defenders, solid one, and defensive midfielder. I know Mbasuma is there, but sometimes he's not that good. And then rumor is also coming out that Son might be leaving. So Son is leaving, then they will need to replace Son because Son is their main guy. He's their go-to guy. But I don't think Son will leave. I think he will just be there as their legend. I don't see him leaving. I don't see Son losing. Maybe he might be leaving, but let's see. Still not yet confirmed if he is staying or he is leaving. But that's just about it, people. News of the hour is Isak. Isak informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move this summer. This was reported by first by Craig Hope from the Daily News. You know, he's not even in the preseason. He told his guys, "I'm not coming for this preseason." Even though Eddie Howe was trying to play it nice, talking about he's got a thigh injury. He don't have a thigh injury. He wants out. Let the man go. You know, don't talk like that. Chelsea are also interested in signing Garnacho. You know, I want to see this one flourishes. Chelsea getting Garnacho. I think this will make a good hit. You know, Chelsea signing Garnacho. That will make a good. There's Garnacho available. There's Sancho as well. Sancho, I think, is linked to. Sancho is linked to Juventus. Sancho might just move to Juventus because all of these guys are not even in the preseason. But the most guy I'm happy for is Marcus Rashford. Man, I'm very, very happy for Marcus Rashford. Moving to Barcelona will do him wonders. He's a baller. I don't even want to lie. He's a baller. And there's no way he'll perform. We all know he'll perform. Say what you want to say, he'll perform. And I like what he said in the press conference as well. He was very respectful, you know, about Manchester United. He didn't even throw any shade the way these guys be talking, man like Sancho and everyone. He was like, nah, they're in a transition. The team is changing and a revolution. And for the same thing, I'm changing. That's a humble guy, you know. He's a humble guy because he knows Manchester United built him through and through, you know. So I'm very, very happy for Marcus Rashford's move. The main news we're going to be waiting, and then we'll get it tomorrow. But we're doing the same live stream on the daily transfers. Make sure you lock in, people. Smash them likes. No one is smashing them likes, but you people need to smash them likes. Run up them likes. You know, tomorrow I'll be dropping again another show, getting some updates on Isak. Hopefully, we have some solid update on Isak. You know that maybe Arsenal might just decide to ruffle some feathers and be like, we can give you Kai Havertz, and then we give you Kai Havertz, and then we top some money on top, and then it's a good deal, right? We can give them Kai Havertz, and then they'll give us Isak, and then we put an extra 20 on top or an extra 30 million on top. This is a good idea, man. Sell Kai Havertz to them. They might take Kai Havertz. They don't have anyone who's playing in the false nine. I'm telling you, people, we can sell Kai Havertz to Newcastle, and then we put more money on top, and then they give us Isak. We give Kai Havertz's value was 65 million. Then we add like 30, 40 million. That will make it 100 million. Deal is done. That's it. And then we get Isak. Isak for Havertz. That's a very, very good deal. I just thought about it now. If we give him, just imagine Kai Havertz joining, swap deal. Kai Havertz is moving to Newcastle, and then Isak is coming to Arsenal. Oh God, we have Glock 9 and Glock 9 and Isak. It will be a whole different team. But let's see how it goes. The Saudi people also talking about they want to bid for him. You remember one Saudi team, I forgot the name. They were saying they are ready to pay the 150 as well. But I don't think he'll go to Saudi, man. I don't see him going. But we never know nowadays, people. We'll never know. Because Saudi will give you the money for life, They will give you everything you need. If you want 400,000 per week, It's lightweight for them. It's really, really lightweight, paying 400,000 per week for them. They wouldn't mind that. That is like a small thing to these Saudi people. It's a small thing for the Sheikh. So let's see how it goes. You never know. Even Duran left. No one expected Duran to go to Aston Villa, but he left, He was like, I'm out. So this is just the thing. We might hear Isak is going there. Maybe he'll go there for the bag. This guy is an African, not African. He's from Eritrea, Africa, yeah. He got a lot of mountains to feed. But I think if he joins Liverpool will probably pay him 250 or 300k per week. Just about 300k. Same with Salah. You ask even for more. You know. The other thing with signing these players is we need. Hopefully he can. Hopefully he can get along with the team, not just the other team. What's my name, Hoga? My name is Jigga, man. What's yours, Hoga? Smash them likes, Hoga. Smash them likes. I didn't see you putting a like, man. That's a tricky one still, people. I don't know what you people think. Will Isak fit in with Newcastle? I mean, with Liverpool, will he fit in? It's another good question. But no one was ready to. Of course, the way the fast pace that Liverpool play, I think he will fit in. Or Gyökeres fit in with Arsenal? You don't even want to ask that thing. It's quite obvious. He will fit 1,000%. He will definitely fit Gyökeres. How are you, Arsenal fan? Yes, sir. What you think, man? When is Gyökeres medical? Let me know. So it's just about it, people. We will need. You see what I'm saying, Arsenal fan? I'm telling these people we need to sell Kai Havertz, and then we get Isak. We sell Kai Havertz for 60. Kai Havertz 65 million. Then we put in 30 million on top. Then we get Isak. This is a very, very good deal for me. But anyway, so I'm just playing around. I'm just happy we got Gyökeres, people. Let's see how Gyökeres comes in. We will be watching the Tottenham game for Gyökeres. We'll be watching, and I'm sure if he scores that game, it's going crazy. It's really, really going crazy. Everyone will go crazy if he scores that game. I want to see how people will react, man, because now everyone is looking and thinking like, Gyökeres is coming from Farmers League. He hasn't done anything in the Premier League. Premier League is a different beast. This guy, even in Coventry, was banging goals. Championship is a different beast. Championship is even more difficult. He banged goals. I didn't see anyone talking about it when Bruno Fernandes joined. No one was saying anything. Bruno Fernandes played well. Nani played well. Cristiano played well. Why, when it comes to Arsenal, all of a sudden you guys are talking negative, talking about, it's not possible, we cannot do it. We can do it, fam. We can, and we will, and we must deliver. This season, we will not have anywhere to hide, guys. For Arsenal fans, I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest, we will not have anywhere to hide. Yo, man, like Riley, what, Guan? Bro, I've been waiting for you, man. For us, Arsenal, this season, we will not have anywhere to hide. We need to win one major trophy because there will be no excuses. Every time, I know we are always talking about we don't have a striker, we don't have this. This season, we will not have any excuses. We will not have any excuses. I'm telling you, we will not have any excuses. No matter what you say, we will not have any excuses. Say what you want to say. But anyway, people, it's been a long day. It's really, really been a long day. And I want to add Riley right now. Let's see what Riley's talking about. He's also my guy. We do this thing together, and I want to add him. I want to see what he's got to say today. Man, I added you, man. Did you get the link? Guys, I want to know which team is doing so well. Like on top of this transfers, which team is leading? Because sometimes, even if you spend a lot of money, I know Liverpool spend a lot of money, but even if you spend a lot of money, sometimes You will not even make it. Chelsea have spent a lot of money. We know where they end in the season in Conference League. So it's different sometimes, you never know. Let's see, people. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Where is this guy? Anyway, people, I'm gonna just log in and log out in a minute. Let's see. I'm trying to add Riley. Bro, did you get the link? Isak. Oh my god. I'm stressed about Isak, boys. I'm really, really stressed about Isak, to be honest. He stressed me the whole day. You know, I was on my high horse thinking, what do you think we're going to win? What do you think? Are we going to win something this season? Bro, we need to win the Premier League, bro. We need to win the Premier League, bro. We cannot dilly-dally. There cannot be any excuses. We need to win the Premier League. I think this is the main thing. I think if we have a Premier League and then we get an FA Cup as well, it will be a good thing. Because now we have Gyökeres, so we have the clock. I think we should win the Premier League, man. I don't see anything because last season, I know we had a lot of injuries, but this season, Arteta needs to do something, or else he needs to leave. That's just about it. If he is not winning anything, then we need to change a coach, man. We really need to change a coach. That's just about it. I don't want to hear anything else. All you people that are supporting Arteta, if he does not win anything this season, he needs to go. That's just about it. Where is this guy, man? But I want to know what's your thought, man, Arsenal fan. Do you think Arteta deserves so much time in the club? I don't think he deserves, man, so much time. We have given him so much time this season. I don't think he deserved to be here. He was supposed to leave long time ago. This guy. Today I forgot to put my light. Oh my days. Can you imagine? Anyway, people, I'm gonna be logging out now. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll do it again around the same time. Make sure you subscribe, share, and like. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a good 40 minutes. Let's do this all the time. Let's do this all the time. Let's not let off. Let's do this. And I want to get more comments from you. Everything. Thank you for tuning in. Your boy Jika is logging out.